We are here for the reopening day of Narcoossee's at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa.
Let's see.
Hey everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
You're watching the theme park movies, and we're back, Sam, at the Grand Floridian, the fanciest of the Walt Disney World resorts, the most expensive too, to dine at a seafood restaurant right on the water with beautiful views, I believe, with the fireworks if you get the right spot.
Yeah.
Narcoossee's, right?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah, we've never eaten here before. I'm a big fan of Citricos. That was here. I actually went here once with my sister. We don't have a video on Citricos. Enjoyed that. Obviously, Victoria & Albert's is highly regarded here, though we've never eaten there. But Narcoossee's, that's another fine dining option here that focus almost exclusively, well, not exclusively, but focuses a lot on seafood.
Yeah, and I don't eat seafood, but there are, I will show you the non-seafood options.
Yeah.
There is a steak, there is a pork chop, there is also a vegetarian option. So.
Yeah, they just went through a refurbishment too, so the interior decor is going to be more reminiscent of the refurbishments they'll be doing throughout Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. I think you'll be seeing more of like those blue accents.
Blue and green for the sea and the land, representing the menu.
Yeah, and it's right on the water. There's also been some specific cuisine that's been crafted by some of the celebrity chefs here, or I shouldn't say celebrity, but the chefs here. Like at Victoria & Albert's, I believe one of the chefs produced like a seafood-based charcuterie board.
Yeah.
It sounds very interesting. Anything you looked at the menu at, Sam, that you have your eye on?
I mean, there's really not that much for me since I don't eat seafood. So I think I'm probably going to go for the pork chop. Yeah. There was actually some good-looking appetizers.
We got married at a seafood restaurant.
Yeah,
so.
There was a ricotta tortellini.
Nice.
So,
all right. Let's try it out. Ready? I'm starving right now. So ready to check in?
Spend some money?
If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Join us for the reopening of Narcoossee's at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. All right, so since Narcoossee's it's in the Grand Floridian, but the way the Disney resorts often work is like they're broken off into little pieces. So it's kind of like tucked away in a corner. We'll show a little guide as we walk there. All right, we are starting off on the second floor. This is where you walk out of the monorail. This is the main lobby. So we gotta go down a floor. All right. So going down one flight of stairs. All right, we are on the first level of the lobby now. Now we need to walk towards a place that we have frequented here, Sam. Grand Floridian Cafe, yeah. Right past Sandy Cove Gifts and Sunrise. All right, so this is the Grand Floridian Cafe. Now we have to go outside. Like we said, everything is kind of sprawling here, which is one of the reasons I enjoy the Disney resorts, is you kind of can explore different areas. All right, you can see the sign for Narcoossee's. So we are going to go this way around the construction on this. I'm pretty sure we bear right, so you don't go this way. If you go this way, you're going to go towards the quick service. We go this way, and that should take us to that little spire we see right over here, which is Narcoossee's. The pool and courtyard bar will pass by you on your right-hand side.
You guys want to
It's going to be right through here. And here it is, a beautiful waterfront restaurant right next to the Conch Key guest rooms. Before we check in, kind of want to see like the waterfront views over here. If you like bear to the left, you can see there's like a boat dock over here with great views of the castle too. You can see they're getting ready for the first guests. Well, here's the menu right here. You can see the Contemporary out there in the back. Yeah, I'm excited, Sam.
We're trying to check in and saying we're too far away. We're outside the door.
All right, we'll go up to the front to check in then. This dock has sprawling views. You can see the spires of Cinderella Castle right in the back. The Contemporary Resort, of course, Narcoossee's. All right, time to go check in, Sam. It's definitely in a very scenic area. I have never been here before. I love the way the restaurant is set up, where it's almost looks like a...
It looks like a mini Grand Floridian.
Yeah,
on
the water.
I thought that it was inside the resort. I didn't realize that it was like detached.
Yeah, no, it's a seafood restaurant. It's supposed to be like you're on
very cute.
the Seven Seas Lagoon. You know you're at a fancy spot when there are dragons on the lights. All right, our table is ready. Let's head in. Yes, you can see the wines right as you walk into the left. And those new blue accents and the wood.
That's the inspiration, so it's kind of close and homey.
You can see this mural. Looks like the sea right on the Seven Seas Lagoon. And this is that newer Grand Floridian aesthetic. Look at these views too. Definitely a perfect spot to watch the fireworks. All right, we sit at our table, and it's hard to see on the camera, but we actually do have a great view of the spires of Cinderella Castle. The chairs definitely kind of bring off, I guess, those sea vibes.
Yeah, the coastal vibe.
Yeah, Sam was saying the coastal vibe. I don't think the microphone's... Sam brought up the blue velvet in the booths back there. It definitely looks fancy. We have a great view of the newly renovated Narcoossees. Definitely more blue. This is what the Grand Floridian is going to look like.
You feel like you're in the sea. It's very open. It's like it surrounds you, like you're in the water.
All right, so they do have a full specialty cocktail menu, as well as some zero-proof cocktails. I got the pink London Spritzers. Sam, you got something you enjoy?
I got the white sangria. Yeah. It was recommended. She also did say that the key lime pie martini was the more popular cocktail here.
It's like a cream base.
It's more like a dessert drink, so...
I feel like it'd be filling.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I didn't want to fill up on that. I think a white sangria, light, you know. And Jay, you have the Pink London Spritzer with grapefruit soda, pomegranate green tea, lime, and mint. So that should be really...
I like some grapefruit.
Yeah.
The waters, too, are Nalore?
Natura,
which is...
invented in Italy. It's like a water filtration system.
Yeah, so you get sparkling or you get standard, and they're both complimentary. So
Nice.
we do have a reserve wine list too. You can get 1 ounce of these.
Because they're very expensive. That's
Yeah.
why it comes in 1 ounce.
They are very expensive. I did want to bring up the enhancements, so you can get scallops, lobster tail, or charbroiled shrimp. I got the wild mushroom risotto side, but these loaded mashed potatoes seem pretty good as well. And you can get sweet and sour Brussels sprouts if you need to get those vegetables in. All right, wine
White sangria.
and bread, and then not alcohol drink. So we got our starters, white sangria, right, Sam?
Yeah, so it's Sauvignon Blanc, and then there are some muddled strawberries inside of the ice cube.
Yeah, the ice cube looks very interesting. You look very glamorous in this environment. Is it a sweet white?
Good. It's sweet, but not too sweet. Like,
Okay.
it's like the perfect amount of sweet. This is so good. Oh my god.
Does it taste like almost have that bite that alcohol usually has? Or is it feel like a stronger sangria or a lighter sangria?
It's kind of like middle of the road. I don't feel like it's too strong or not
Okay.
strong enough. The strawberry is nice. It's so subtle because it's in the ice cube that you kind of just get like that aftertaste of the strawberry. It's delicious. And just refreshing. I wish there was more in the glass, though. I'm not gonna lie. I wish it was filled up a little more. But
Yeah, well, they do that so that we can get the aroma around the top. Notice how the outside of it kind of curves outward, so the aromas kind of lead right into your nose as you drink it. What would you give it? A 1 out of 10?
I'm gonna go 8.
It seems like an 8. All right, Maiden House sourdough bread. It comes in 4s. So look, so I
It's
just
already
gotta
pre-cut.
peel a 4 off. A quarter. Comes in
Peel
quarters.
4 off.
And then they have, I believe it's Hawaiian sea salt, right, Sam?
Was it Hawaiian?
I believe it's Hawaiian sea salt. I can only get a little bit of this Hawaiian sea salt on my bread. So it's not really a whipped butter. It's more of a hard lined type of butter. But this sourdough is made in-house.
It looked very pretty. It looked like a picturesque bread. And I feel like your shirt like complements the colors in the restaurant, the blue and green, the sea and the land.
I love it. It's very light and fluffy, but with a sourdough, you want that tough exterior with a fluffy interior. And you can see like there's a lot of holes in it. It tastes fresh. It's good. You can't ask much more from a sourdough bread. Good butter. For me, I'll give it a 7. It's high quality, taste made in house, and then you get that little touch with the sea salt that kind of elevates it. Just an overall good dish. All right, pink London Spritzers, Sam.
Pink in your shirt, pink in your drink.
Yes. Lyre's Pink London Spirit, grapefruit soda, pomegranate green tea, lime and mint. I guess this is
That
the
sounds
mint.
like a really nice combination.
Tastes like a spritzer. And the way the grapefruit and lime are two citrus fruits that I think just mix very well together. You have that sweetness of the grapefruit, but also the tartness. It goes with like the sourness of the lime. And then the bubbles really just bring the whole flavor together. It's like an elevated almost, I would want to say lemonade, but it's not a lemonade. It's good. And then you have the mint, which kind of cools it down. Great drink. I'm going to give this an 8. It's probably one of my favorite zero-proof cocktails I've had at any Disney resort. All right, Sam also got her brisket and ricotta tortellini. Tortelloni. That's not a word.
So it has parsnip, brown butter. There's also sultana raisins in it. I'm excited. This looks really good.
Yeah, that looks good. It's like all stuffed. Ricotta's always a good flavor. It's just a very rich cheese.
Brisket is like super fine and shredded. It's not like chunks of brisket. That's very good. What is this? I don't know what this creamy sauce. Is that the ricotta?
Oh, possibly. That's the ricotta.
What is this? And just the brisket. I wish the ricotta was inside with the brisket.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining.
It is really, the ricotta is really, really good. It's like so creamy. The flavor is so good. And then you have like a little bit of sweetness from like the brown butter and the raisins mixed with the brisket. It's really nice. I do think there's an appetizer at California Grill that we really love, the short rib wontons.
Yes, I can't wait to have those again.
It reminds me of that, but I actually think those are a little bit better. But these are really good. I feel like the tortelloni is like a little bit harder than I would like the exterior. But I still think it's like.
So I give the brisket wontons a 9. What would you give this?
I would go 7. It's still
Okay.
super delicious.
They've knocked, I think, clear 7s across the board so far, I think, right? Or did you give your wine an 8? Okay. All right, so we got the seafood charcuterie board that we brought up previously. Now, this is one of the chefs from Victoria and Albert's that helped create this. Could you let me know, what's in it?
Yes, so right here we have the charred octopus, and we have braised beets, and then we have a tangerine vinaigrette. Over here we have the ahi tuna pastrami with pickled turnips at the bottom and pickled grapes. And then at the end there we have the lobster sausage with a caramelized onion underneath, and then the harissa aioli.
That's so interesting.
I didn't know lobster could be a sausage.
All right, so this I've been looking forward to, Sam. You're the one who hyped it up to me.
Because, where else are you going to get an ocean-inspired charcuterie board?
Yes, and I don't think I'm ever going to be able to afford to go to Victoria and Albert's. So I think this is my one shot at getting one of the chefs to make me something. So this is the octopus. We also have the tuna, and then the most interesting of the three is definitely that lobster sausage. So let's try each out. I think I'm going to try each one. I'll go over my favorites and the flavor profile of each one. Okay, so first, that was the most tender octopus ever. You know, octopus is usually chewy. You've had calamari before, right, Sam?
Yeah.
So it's usually chewy. It almost melted in my mouth, but still maintained that flavor.
And it's charred on the outside.
And you taste that barbecue. None of it tastes fishy. This is incredible. Literally, and something you really can't get anywhere else. As a seafood fan, this, I'd be happy coming here. It's $28. It's a lot of money. It's not a lot of food, but it is so unique, so well prepared.
And I feel like good seafood is supposed to be a little expensive.
That's true.
I don't want to, if it was cheap, I'd be a little worried.
That's true. You had the sweetness of the peach right here at the bottom. Then for the tuna, again, the tuna's so delicate.
It's a pastrami.
Oh, it's a pastrami tuna.
Ahi tuna pastrami.
And it tastes like tuna with bacon. It tastes like a bacon form of tuna. Again, the sweetness with the grapes around it. But the star is lobster sausage for me. so interesting. Flavors of sausage, the little spice that you would have in a sausage, but then the tenderness of like, or like the flaky fall apart nature and flavor of the lobster. I'm gonna give this a 10. Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, now it may not be a 10 for everyone. It's a 10 for me. It's a very interesting dish. It's a very unique dish. It may not be for everyone. There's zero fishiness. At the time of me eating this, again, based off of preparation, at the time of eating this, there's zero fishiness in any of the things that I'm eating. And each thing is just unique. They complement one another. If I had to go, my favorite, it would definitely be the lobster sausage, then the octopus, and then the tuna. But I'd be happy with any of them. So good, so unique, and just like a flavor experience, something that you can only find at a restaurant like this. The decor is very nice, and the blue accents definitely provide a nautical atmosphere. And then the chandeliers are very interesting, because it almost looks like they have like pearls on them. I'll try to zoom into that a bit. Very unique. So I just realized this dock that we were on, Sam, is where the boat drops off from Magic Kingdom. All right, so dinner is served. Sam, that pork chop?
Yeah, this is the prettiest pork chop that I've ever seen.
It's also gigantic.
It's a huge portion, and I'm happy because I feel like when you go to a seafood restaurant and you get something that's not seafood, it's usually like a plain option or kind of boring what they do have for you. Not that steak is boring, but you know, it's just like a standard thing. But this pork chop looks like super elevated and is a dry aged pork ribeye. These are turnips, which I'm not.
Turnips.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of turnips, but I did try one already, and it was soft. It wasn't bad.
There's a sprout back there.
Yeah, and then this is the goat cheese potato pave. This is like a little work of art.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It's really nice. So.
All right, so what are you gonna break into first?
I think I'm gonna go for this pork chop.
Yeah, no, definitely got to go with the star. That pork chop is gigantic too.
It's a big boy. It's a big chop.
Oh, look at that cut. All right. And what's that little dressing you got on it?
I don't know. It's an onion jam and a fig jus. I thought that this was the fig. Maybe
That's got to be the fig. That's got to be the onion.
it's the onion.
Oh, no, that's a jus. So that's got to be the fig
This is
jus.
the fig jus.
That's the onion jam. So you're not a huge pork chop fan. Let's preface as that.
Let's preface with that I'm not, but this is a damn good pork chop. I really like the onion jam. It's like a little. It has like a little bit of sweetness, and it just looks so nice. I used to like when I was younger pork chops and applesauce. So I feel like this is like the grown-up version of a pork chop and applesauce with the fig and the onion.
Or the fancy version.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had such great Disney dining experiences lately.
It's so different. Like I haven't had anything like this before. I'm very, very happy that I went with this option, and this is ginormous, and I still have all of this. I'm gonna go 8.
Yeah, if spiritually I'm feeling a 10 for that, but I may have to have a bite of it myself to confirm. But 8 definitely sounds. It's at a minimum an 8, at least the way you sold it to me.
It's so good.
All right, so I went with the redfish. There's like a succotash at the
It's
bottom.
a blackened redfish, chorizo, sunchoke hash, Florida sweet corn, hominy, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and a red pepper roux.
We also got right here, Sam.
You added on some risotto.
This is mushroom risotto.
She did say to mix it up well though before you
eat. I'll start with the.
And the presentation is really beautiful on that.
Yes, I'm gonna start with this redfish. Some of this succotash.
I think it's a decent portion too. You have those 2 pieces of fish, right, on top?
Yeah, the fish is very flaky, not fishy, very good. The bottom part is like a hash brown with chorizo, and then this sauce. I'm trying to figure out the exact flavor. There's like a hint of sweetness in it though. It's so good.
And you got that Florida sweet corn.
Yeah, the fish here has been great. Like it's very hard to get find a fish place that isn't fishy. There's nothing here that tastes fishy. That's so good. And then it mixes well with the crispy hash browns that like just kind of flake in and mix very well with the fish. I think I'm gonna go with a 9. This is.
I think this is your new favorite place.
No, this may be beating out California Grill, Sam.
Oh my.
Possibly. Although we have California Grill coming up soon.
Very soon.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna mix this up. They said, right?
Yeah.
You can see that risotto in there. You got the earthy flavors of the mushroom and the creaminess. That sauce they have on top. Should I just eat off the spoon or?
Why not? Just do it.
It's very good.
I think you're very surprised how much you like it. I don't think you came in expecting.
I thought it would be good. I didn't think it would be like great. So with this right here, I like an risotto like almost I don't want to say melt in your mouth, but a very like tender, fall apart almost risotto. This has almost a rice consistency, which risotto has. But for that, like it's not the best on Disney property, but it's what really makes this for me are the mushrooms, the truffle, and like the sauce, because it's just a very like earthy, savory like sauce. There's a little hint of salt in there, but I think maybe my fault. I didn't even mix this up a little bit more, but it's very good. I'm gonna go 7 for that. That's just just look at the presentation. It's great too, but it tastes fresh. It's delicious. I just like a little bit more tenderness with the risotto, but other than that, it's delicious. All right, dessert is served. We started off thinking, hey, let's get one thing to split, and then we ended up getting 2.
I mean, I'm kind of glad that we did because they both look really good.
Right?
Yours is like, they're both beautiful. I feel like yours is...
Well, they're ours, because I need some of yours too.
Yours is stunning though. Like, I just love, like, it's just...
There's a little hidden Mickey on top. It looks like something Elsa would make from her ice castle.
You have just so many textures and colors and things going on. Like, I just think yours is like...
Well, you got the chocolate bar though, Sam, and I'm a big fan of chocolate. You're a big fan. This is vegan.
And there's salted caramel on the bottom, so it's so pretty.
Chocolate hazelnut bar is chocolate sponge, cassis, and ganache. Cassis.
Ah, I'm messing it up. Oh, I'm still messing it up.
Yeah, well, I think there's only one way to eat it, and that's to destroy it. Maybe just pick it up.
Should I?
Yeah, I think you just pick it. It's a chocolate bar, right?
I wrecked this. I'm so sorry.
So yours looks like something that Peter Pan would make. Look, it's got the little feather right there. It's like mine looks like something that Elsa would make.
Holy cow.
Is it good?
Yes. It's very, very, very moist, very spongy. And there's like raspberry. I feel like I taste raspberry more than I taste the hazelnut. But I love chocolate and raspberry together. It's kind of like the Meccaina mousse.
Yes.
Like, absolutely, that dessert. It's like that if it was like at a fancy restaurant.
I feel like the tartness of raspberry goes very well with the bitterness of chocolate.
So like just decadent and oh my god. It's so good. This is a
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
10. Gee, so they've locked 2 10s today.
Did not get this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I couldn't pick one or the other. I really couldn't.
This is incredible.
Almond crusted cheesecake. It's obviously almond crusted cheesecake with Lambert cherry sauce and chantilly. Am I saying that right?
Chantilly. That's been on the menu for a long time. That's kind of like a fan favorite.
That's why I wanted to get one little new school, little old school, you know? And then it has some...
It's like coral reef. You're eating a reef.
That's just sugar and...
It looks so good.
And what is it? Whipped cream. All right, so let's see how this breaks off, Sam. You had to get some of those cherries on here.
I like how it's like actually like the full almond pieces, not like crushed almond.
Mm-hmm.
Like it gives it that extra texture.
The almonds definitely add a unique flavor. And I complement the creaminess of the cheesecake. And then the cherries add like a little
I think that's a special kind of cherry sauce.
Yeah. It's very good. I'm a very big fan of New York cheesecake. Obviously, we grew up in New York, so I'm pretty critical with cheesecake. This is a very good cheesecake. It's not the best cheesecake I ever had, but I will tell you, my favorite cheesecake ever comes from a diner in Coram, Long Island, New York. I still rate that above us. They had a cheesecake chef was the main chef there.
So there's different styles of cheesecake.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. But I really do enjoy how the flavor of the almonds and almost the candiness of them complements the tartness of the cherry sauce, and then the smoothness and the creaminess of the cheesecake. It is a very good cheesecake, and for that I'm going to give it an 8.
I need you to have a little bit of mine.
I will. Do you want me to eat it right now on
Yes.
camera? Okay. I'm going to take a little feather off of Peter Pan's cap. Oh wow, this looks incredible.
It's right. So the hazelnut is just the crunch and the coating on the outside, but the inside is like the raspberry, and it's just so spongy and just decadent.
That's very good. That's vegan too. Wow, it's so bitter with the chocolate, and then sweet, and then tart. 3 amazing flavors. For that, I would go 9. Not quite a 10 with you, Sam. I would actually probably, if you took the little chocolate piece off the top, I think it's almost too much of like this part. All right, so we're on our way out. The bar looks very nice, right, Sam? All right, they do have an outdoor deck, so let's take a look at the views before we go. It's very quiet out here. But we were told that if you dine here earlier in the night, you can come back after your meal, and they will let you come out and watch the fireworks on like the patio.
Spot, this is really like this location is.
Yeah,
you can't beat this.
Yeah, I think it's because it's closer. I feel like pretty much than any other spot. If you wanted to too, you can leave from the Narcoossee's patio and hop right in a boat over to Magic Kingdom. Right, so that does it for our time experiencing the reopening of Narcoossee's. That boat is very excited. That was behind us. It was so good. Sam, I hope I'm not saying something that's too controversial for you, but I think I may put this above Rosa Mexicano.
I was actually thinking that, and I loved Rosa.
No way. I thought I was gonna be controversial.
I loved Rosa Mexicano, but this is just on a different level. Like,
yeah. No.
One, you can't beat this location.
Yeah.
And the views.
Yeah.
Like,
views are incredible.
And the restaurant itself, it's just so bright. It has just like this clean smell. It just obviously it was just refurbished, but it just has like this oceany, fresh vibe when you
I
walk
do
in.
enjoy the aesthetic, although I do want to say it feels more modern and not so much uniquely Disney. It contrasts, I think, from the modern, I don't want to say modern, or from the current Victorian-based aesthetic of the Grand Floridian. So for me, I kind of like that over-the-top like aesthetic that Disney is known for, or became known for more so, I feel like, with these resorts in like the 90s when the Grand Floridian was built. So for me, it's just a little too modern, but the food was incredible, the views are incredible, the spot is incredible.
But for me, I just think the aesthetic matched the menu so well.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
So that I really like the plates and the glasses too, with like the beachy vibe. They had like seashell type vibes.
Yeah.
On like the dessert plate, like it just very, very well done.
The food was incredible. The views were incredible. And I do think that like the head chef here now is one of the former chefs from Victoria and Albert. So that's one of the reasons the food is just so good. Favorite thing that you ate today?
Those desserts were, I mean, we just finished with that, so that's just on my mind right now. Like those, the cheesecake, I thought the cheesecake was just as good too. As I would have given the cheesecake a 9. Yeah. I mean, my favorite thing was definitely and that pork chop. Like I'm gonna dream about that pork chop. And I'm not even a pork chop person. It was just so well done. Yeah. For me, it's definitely the charcuterie board. Also, the desserts, definitely the chocolate bar. Disney just has good dessert chocolate bars. Sanaa has another one that's very good. And I can't believe that dessert was vegan. Yeah. Like, you would never know. So this or Topolino's Terrace, Sam? I'm going to say Topolino's only because there's more options for me at Topolino's, because this is very seafood heavy. Yeah. So I was limited in what I could get, but what I did get like made up for there being a lack of options. Yeah. But this is
This is my number 3. I put California Grill and Topolino's above
I
this.
feel like lately, like our top 5 has just been like
It's constantly changing.
It's shaking up.
So stay tuned. And if you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm, helps other people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notification so that way you're notified every time the videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
Make the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. I tried to turn a little bit, Sam, because there are a lot of people coming.
Say what's happening.
But, you know, and a lot of people coming to eat here. I don't know how hard this reservation is going to be to get, though, because obviously it's going to be one of the top places to eat. And I think the Grand Floridian, given the aesthetic and given the vibe, definitely needs to have a somewhat accessible dining establishment. It was Victoria and Albert's just because of the price. Really isn't accessible to most people. I feel like this would be accessible, not almost anyone, but anyone looking for that special type of date night. And the food, again,
Remember,
Sam,
we always used
incredible.
to, like, when we would come on our trips, our first night or our last night, we like to do, like, a fancy meal. Like, this would have been our first or last night.
Yep.
This is a special occasion, you know. At least for us. I mean, if you have money, then maybe it's an everyday. I don't know.
Ain't every day for me. Wish it was, though.